Good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. It is time for the greatest wrestling show on the internet. It is Wrestling is Silly. Joining me is the... Don't look at me like that. Joining me is the blue lens to my red lens and the 3D glasses of chaos that is Twitch.tv. Phroobin, Rue, how are you doing this evening? I'm not used to having a webcam on the other side of the screen. This is new to me.
Oh, that explains the don't look at me like that.
That was the look.
I was looking at the audience, not you. Hello, how are we doing this evening?
I mean, I just asked you that.
I'm fine. I'm having a good time. I'm glad to be here. Last time I was here, I think we were about to throw down in the ring, and it's totally fine. I did not lose or anything.
Yeah, yes, last time you were here, we were in far more auspicious circumstances, and I believe you did, in fact, tap out. And the little cryptid in the back for those of you keeping track at home. I do believe you tapped out that last time, but we're over it. We're past it.
It's fine. We've squashed the beef,
Yeah.
and I've agreed to be here again today to see what wonderful things we have in store today.
Hatchet has officially been buried, and what a show it is! What a show you have decided to come back on. We have title matches. We've got smiley case matches. We've got tag matches, stipulation matches. Everything's kicking off right now, and we are opening with a division quite close to your heart, quite close to your fighting style. The flippy shit division is where we're starting tonight.
My favourite. I think it's got the most exciting style of wrestling, in my opinion. But you know,
I mean, there's a reason we kick off the show with these cruiserweight flippy boys. It worked for WCW for years. It's going to work for us. It starts the show off with a big bang, and everyone in chat saying it's weird to see you facing this way.
I know. I was just reading that. And I was like,
I wanted us to look at each other, and even though I'm dead on, it makes sense framing wise if we're both looking towards the center. So, but anyway, back on track. So last week we had the title eliminator match between Wallace and the Joker, and while the Joker was unsuccessful in defeating Wallace to earn that title shot, we had a rather impassioned attack on the concept of eliminator matches from Zach during that match, and he said he'll go and have a chat with Wallace. And chat he did. I thought he was kidding. I thought he was just, having a fun
so he
joke.
actually had a chat.
He did actually sit down with a chat, probably over a block of cheese. You know what they're both like.
Yes.
And Wallace has offered Joker this title match. Now,
Interesting.
Now, Wallace is, as we all know, Wallace is kind of in the attitude of, "Oh, I'll just fight anything." So whether or not this is just a guaranteed match for him, or whether or not he thinks Joker deserves the match, I'm not in his head. I can't speak either way on that. But the Joker's been really impressive lately. He's been really, really showing that he's not, for lack of a better word, a punchline in this division. And I think this could be his time. This could be his moment.
It'll be exciting to see how this plays out in the ring, I think.
I mean, it was a very, very close match last week, and now they've got each other's numbers. They've had a chance to be in the ring with each other. It's going to be very interesting to see how it falls out. Any predictions from either you or chat before we go down?
I love a good bit of cheese. I think my money's on Wallace. I could be completely wrong, but I don't know, there's something about him.
I mean, he's definitely been on an all-time high lately. Let's go down to the ring and see who will walk away the flippy shit division world champion.
Put your votes in chat.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Cruiserweight Championship.
A far more serious demeanor from him now compared to last time we saw him when he was running around in the t-shirt and jeans combination. He means business now. Definitely had a
Something
change of
away.
heart.
I think the way his coat is billowing around him as he walks really adds something to the general vibe that he's going with.
It's
Darker.
it's definitely a new face of the Joker that we're seeing.
Why is he so serious though?
What we will never know. Maybe the seriousness is what he needed to earn his first title. All of the
When
music
the
is
coat
wrong.
comes off, it's business time.
I don't know why all the music is wrong. Full disclosure, I spent hours trying to sort this music out, and I don't know why it's all wrong.
Oh my god, look at Wallace go.
He is all action.
What a titan.
I mean, he's really brought prestige to this belt, to this entire division.
Do you reckon Gromit is in the audience there cheering him on?
I think like there's got to be some like pre-match meetings with Gromit, I'm sure. Because again, something has changed in the way Wallace has fought since he's held on to this title, and I think Gromit's always been sort of the mind behind that partnership. So
Got a lovely smile on his face.
indeed.
Nothing can keep him down.
So long as he keeps fighting, I think that smile ain't going anywhere. I think if I was to just some conjecture, I think the thing that keeps him happy isn't having the title. It's that the title lets him fight whenever he wants.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, weighing in at 236 pounds, the Maniac. And his opponent from England, weighing in at 212 pounds, he is the World Cruiserweight Champion, Wallace.
He's so proud of that belt.
It's he's fought hard to get it. As we know, there was the intense cash-in moment with the world's shortest reign from Scarecrow coming in a couple of minutes. But Wallace took the opportunity and he made the belt his. And Gus rings the bell, and Joker running out, red hot start, taking Wallace down with the power of his butt, followed up by a very ass-based offense so far from the Joker, but hey, if it works. Oh, beautiful chokeslam there as a follow-up. Wallace, though, not to be deterred, rising knee strike.
Big kick to the face.
I mean, you can survive a lot of things, but anyone that gets hurt with a kick to the face. Oh,
I don't know if I'd survive a kick to the face, to be honest with you.
No, I mean, I definitely wouldn't. I've had the joy of never being kicked in the face by Wallace, and I want to keep it that way. Oh. Joker attempting some wrist control, but Wallace one step ahead with some beautiful flips. And
Interesting technique. I've never seen someone roll around the ring like that.
No, it reverses the wrist lock that the Joker had. It's very technical and very athletic at the same time. And following up with a sit-out pile driver like that shows Wallace is, in fact, the complete package.
Throw him out the ring.
Not quite out the ring, but right into the corner, using that ring as a weapon.
Ooh, little punch to the face there.
Oh, and dodging the flying dropkick and hitting another rising knee strike.
Really is fascinating watching them duke it out together.
Indeed. Wallace with a slip out of the ring to make sure he couldn't get pinned. A very good tactical exit there. And making sure Joker couldn't do whatever he wanted to do from that top rope. A mistimed attempt at arrest from the Joker, but not letting it deter him at all. Big series of strikes there. And series of kicks. I think he's attempting that beautiful turkey dinner armbar, wrenching back at that spare hand.
Oh. His little feet going as well at that time.
It's a
Little kicky legs.
Sometimes it's all you can do to kick your legs to help the pain. Oh, and the momentum Saito suplex is many a match has been won with that. Wallace, though, not to be deterred for a moment, exchanging counters back and forth. Ooh. And the running Meteora, beautiful there from the Joker.
What a combination.
Shades of the great Malachi Black there. Gets the first cover. Ooh, Wallace kicking out at
Come on,
one,
Wallace.
though. Oh, and the flying forearm connects. Absolute. Ooh, and the shotgun dropkick as well, showing us why he is our flippy shit champion.
Miss, though. Big jump, big miss.
Yeah, Joker always one step ahead, even when you think he's behind. He's got a plan. It doesn't always make sense, but he's got it. Ooh, and I think
A little bit of a taunt there as well.
The attitude adjustment lands. The Joker likes to pepper in these classic wrestling references, and went a little bit too John Cena there. But will this be another Cena wins moment for him? Oh, the beautiful air raid driver there. Wallace having to drag himself up by the ring ropes, not in a good position right now. Oh, throws Joker into the corner there, and a big chop across the chest.
Several big chops there.
Even if you're wearing a shirt and a waistcoat, a chop still hurts. Like, especially coming from a man like Wallace, up on the top, air raid crash. Oh, is this going to be it? Is this going to be it? Champion retains. No.
I was gonna say, I feel like Wallace has got quite big hands. A slap would be like being hit with a dinner plate.
He's got hands like cricket bats. Has Wallace. It's chance to fight forever from the crowd, but I think Wallace is about ready to end the fighting. No, Joker one step ahead. I think he's going for the wrong trousers there, but Joker with the counter couldn't land the throat thrust though. Ooh.
Oh, it's a reversal.
Hits the Uranagi though, and I think up to the middle rope now. Oh, going for a little bit of a walk, and the diving elbow.
Christ.
Still just a 2 count though, not enough to keep the champion down.
Clutching his shoulder, his wrist maybe.
I can't quite tell what he's hurt, but it ain't good, whatever it is. Ooh, went for the spear, but Wallace with the knee up. Joker's neck or shoulder collided with the knee now, and
whoa!
You can roll out the ring, but you can't avoid a tope suicida like that from Wallace.
Jeez.
That's the thing in the flippy shit division, you cannot. In the flippy shit division, you gotta like prepare for these big jumps, these big dives. You're never safe.
That's why we love to see it.
Indeed. Oh, reverse waistlock and back suplex counted into a beautiful bulldog there from the Joker. And the momentum Saito suplex once again. The Joker bust open right now, but I think seeing blood only makes him work harder. Ref up to a 6 count now. If these two men are both counted out, champion retains.
Back into that ring.
Yep, Joker knew. The Joker knew that if it was to be counted out, all of this would be in vain. And another beautiful, beautiful elbow drop. Not off the corner, but off the rope itself.
Is this
Gets
it?
the cover. Yes!
Oh!
Wow!
Oh!
And we have a new Flippy Shit Division champion. What an ending.
That was not what I was expecting.
Not at all.
Champion, the Maniac.
So your new Flippy Shit Division champion, the Joker. What a start! What a start to the show, and it only goes up from here.
Goodness gracious.
He fought hard for it. You can see the blood dripping
He did.
from his face,
Blood,
but
blood, sweat, maybe not tears from the Joker, but definitely 2 of those 3 liquids.
in the end, he got his prize, and well, I don't envy whoever has to follow up from that. I mean, that was an incredible opening match from our 2 competitors, but there's so much time, so many more matches on the card. I'm just going to go and have a word with the audio technician, who appears to be using the wrong soundtrack.
Slacking today.
I'm going to try and fix that now. Just bear with me just one moment. But
Goodness gracious, what a starting match to come in on, though, everyone.
yeah, what an opening contest. Heel Kevin, welcome to the stream. You came in at such a good time. We have a new Flippy Shit Division champion, and well done to the 4% of you in chat that predicted correctly.
I mean, look, I voted for Wallace. There was something about those big ham hock hands that I thought, he knows, he's going to handle this.
Yeah, I mean, he's been an incredible champion so far, but unfortunately, Joker is such an unpredictable opponent that you just can't prepare for it.
I mean, he's an enigma. We don't know why he's so serious, but I guess we know now at least something. He is damn good at what he does.
Yeah, I mean, he was serious about getting. He's not serious about many things, but he was serious about getting that title, and now we're
serious
in a new
about
age.
the win.
Now we're in a new age. It's. I look forward to seeing what he does with the title. But we've not had a heel Flippy Shit Division champion before, so I'm a little scared, if I'm honest.
Be interesting to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I mean,
especially with it being, a division that is so near and dear to my heart.
I mean, maybe if the Joker's reign gets a little bit too chaotic, perhaps you can step in.
Maybe I can. Maybe I'll do some more training with my old pal Darth Maul. I
mean, I'd gladly have you I'd gladly have you between the ropes again, defending the promotion now instead of outright attacking it.
Interesting. We'll have to have a think. See whether I'm prepared to get back into the ring after that defeat last time.
I mean, you fought well. You fought very well. So
valiantly, one might say.
But you were just inexperienced compared to me. I've been doing this a lot longer. But let's move on to the next match, shall we? Before we start more beef. So our next match is we're returning to we're going to the tag division now. In another one of those sort of low stakes, you know, those good vibe snack pack matches. Well, the snack pack have noticed that Bowser Jr. has entered Wrestling is Silly, and seems to be making a name for himself away from his dad and everything his dad has done. We know Bowser, a real tyrant in the division so far. He's broken up with Donkey Kong because Donkey Kong was having too much fun, and now Bowser Jr. has found a place in Kong Country with Donkey and Diddy Kong. Donkey and Diddy, Diddy and Bowser Jr. in tag action this week against the Snack Pack. This is not a competitive match. I think they're sort of getting a gauge for the vibe of Bowser Jr. and what he wants to bring to this competition. So while there's not really a lot of stakes, I think either way we're gonna have a real good match. Samu, welcome to the show. Thank you for following.
Welcome in, Scott.
This one of your friends with a PH.
Yes, one of my friends. Welcome in, Scott. I am facing the wrong way. We're doing some flippy shit.
Yeah.
Along with the flippy shit division.
All the shit has been flipped. So, What do you know about these four men? You're familiar with the works of these guys.
Well, two of them I think are great eye candy. I'm very excited to see them in the ring. Very excited to see them. So,
if
I
you're
think it's going to be a good match.
Scott, if you're a big wrestling fan, you're definitely in the right place. This is a very, very serious wrestling competition. Your next match for this evening, they're calling themselves the Cool Kids versus the Snack Pack, and I can't wait to see these four in action. Let's go down and see. Let's go see what shakes out. Again, not really high stakes, but let's see how it goes.
That outfit.
Definitely having a lot of fun with it, these two.
I'm coveting that crop shirt that Diddy is wearing.
Are you after a Diddy Kong crop top? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I am after that crop top. It looks great.
Well, I mean, it looks pretty easy to make. Maybe you should get yourself one.
Oh, look at how in sync they are with this entrance.
And this is their first time tagging together, so it's a lot of promise.
Hopefully they're this coordinated in the ring together as they are out of it on this drop down.
This is indeed 2K. This is 2K23, and all of its quirks. We've already had it break once today. But yes, they're incredibly in sync. I think they've been hanging around a lot since Bowser Jr. started here in Wrestling is Silly. But let's see if, like you said, let's see if they're as in sync in the ring as they are in the entrance ramps.
Question.
Yes?
Is it unfair for a man to have a shell? Is that not some natural armor?
I mean, it might be, but I think it would also be unfair to ask him to take off his shell. Because I think that's impossible.
That is fair. That is fair enough. I was just curious. I didn't know if there was anything in the rules.
Yes, I mean, there's nothing explicitly in the rules against it, but we figure there's a lot of natural armors and abilities in this division. So
that is true.
I'm done trying to control it.
Oh, here they are.
Here they are, Waluigi and Luigi from the Snack Pack.
Do you know what? There's something about them. I think I rate them over the Fight Boy friends. I think it's these two for me.
You think it's these two above the Fight Boy friends?
I think it's these two for me.
That is a powerful statement.
I know. Oh, there they go.
Well, I mean, the Fight Boy friends have had a little bit of, should we say, turmoil recently. So maybe this is the future of the hotness in the tag division.
Oh, they're so in sync as well. Look at them go.
I mean, these two have bonded for almost a year now. Waluigi was the only friend that Luigi had after the whole Mr. M thing. So these two go way back. Once again, our senior official Gus rings the bell, and this Tornado Tag Team match is underway. Ooh, Bowser Jr. attempting something, and Waluigi with a huge chop, taking out Luigi, but more importantly, taking out Bowser Jr. as well. But
I was going to say, did he hit his own teammate?
I think it was I think Luigi will agree, a bit of a necessary sacrifice. But when you're with a man as tall and gangly as Waluigi is, it's going to happen. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, blue thunder bomb there from Bowser Jr. But I don't think Gus can see that Diddy Kong had an arm over that bottom rope, and that submission should not have been legal. But the ref didn't see it. It ain't illegal. You know what I mean? Bowser Jr. definitely saw it, though. There was a lot of mustard on that forearm.
He needs eyes in the back of his head to keep up with all of these bodies in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes people say in multi-man matches there should be multiple refs, but I don't know. Just it gives more opportunity for shenanigans, and I love a shenanigan. Ooh, ripcord knee strike there from Luigi. Now hopping up to the top rope. Meanwhile, on the outside, Bowser Jr. At the mercy of the limbs of Waluigi. Double axe handle from Luigi.
Ooh.
And the
A little
Russian
bit
leg
of
sweep.
showboating there at the top of the ropes as well.
I mean, Luigi... I think Luigi spent so long in the shadow of Mario that he can I feel like he finally feels he can showboat. And a beautiful delivery of Diddy Kong to Waluigi from Luigi there. Diddy Kong, however, managing to reverse whatever Waluigi had. And Bowser Jr., the cool kid's taking momentum right now. I think all the showboating has gone to the head of the snack pack a little bit. Oh, but the springboard stunner knocking Bowser Jr. over, kicking out at one there.
Count.
Diddy Kong racing to the defense of his newfound best friend. But Waluigi coming in to take care of Bowser Jr. Meanwhile, Diddy Kong, though. Major wrist control. Bowser Jr. Sorry, I wasn't watching what happened between those two. But Bowser Jr. had one over on Waluigi. There's like momentum is all over the ring right now. I struggle to take in what is happening. Huge STO there from Luigi, planting Diddy Kong into the ground. Both men now teamed up on Diddy Kong, but I think that leaves Bowser Jr. See, they both team up on one guy. Bowser Jr. is able to come in and split up the pin. Sharp DDT planting him on his head there. Luigi back up to the top, and a sit-out senton from Luigi's swirling neckbreaker from Waluigi. Waluigi
and
with
as we all remember, DDT standing for damn that hurt. No,
damn that terrible.
I can't remember what it was. Yep, damn that terrible. That's the one.
Ooh, discus lariat from on Bowser Jr. Sorry, he is feeling all the mercy of the educated arms of Waluigi right now.
I'd quite like to feel the educated arms of Waluigi right now.
Stop it. Oh, Bowser Jr. though, taking Waluigi by surprise. Kicking out at two though. Luigi leaving Diddy Kong and hitting with a stunner, turning Bowser Jr. inside out with that stunner. And the snack pack have full control right now.
He did a little spin. It looked a bit like he turned into Sonic.
He was channeling Sonic just a little bit. Spanish commentary having to get out of the way as the action spills over to the commentary desk. Diddy Kong finally back up to his feet. Oh. Ooh, rolling Death Valley driver from Luigi.
A little bit of slapping as well.
You can tell he's having a lot more fun with his wrestling style since working the snack pack and not having to worry about the opinions of his brother anymore.
Free to finally be himself. Happy Pride Month. That was last month.
Pride Month is every month if you're gay enough.
True.
Oh, Diddy Kong. Oh, snapping the arm of Waluigi and again maintaining beautiful wrist control. A lot of technical skills here from the cool kids. A lot more than I think any of us expected. Stamping on your face, not very technical though. Maybe I should take that back. Ooh, rolling stunner. A lot of stunners here from Luigi. He's I mean, maybe he's heard you call him particularly stunning and he wants to lean into that.
Oh, throwing him into the barriers. It says to the crowd, have some of this.
Yeah, maybe wanting to share the love. And the air raid neck breaker. Oh, again, when you're fighting someone like Waluigi, every move hits a lot harder because you're dropping so much further to the ground. He is like 7 feet in the air, and suplex like that, 7 feet up and over, and then onto the ground, onto those unprotected mats. The snack
He's
pack.
just going from one to the other as well.
Yeah, bouncing between them, not giving either of them a chance to recover. This is the experience and the knowledge that comes from being in the ring for that much longer. But Bowser Jr. managed to get up on his feet, and Diddy Kong rolling over the back suplex. These two are not out just yet. Oh, Saito suplex there from Bowser Jr. Diddy Kong with a reverse waistlock. Oh, transition over to a headlock. And taking him out with a single punch.
Feels like it should take more than a single punch to bring such a titan down, but damn.
You'd think, but a well-placed punch can take anyone down, and the fisherman suplex like that just keeps him down for longer. Diddy Kong now returning Waluigi to the ring, but the vertical suplex delayed a little bit too long, give Luigi a chance to get his feet, and the low drop kick. Oh, but Diddy Kong running in with a double axe handle to cut off that momentum. Oh,
Luigi back to help Luigi.
and goes for the powerbomb, but Bowser Jr. manages to break out of it. The strike did not land. Waluigi not deterred for a moment. Oh, spinning back fist. Ooh, with a big kick from Diddy Kong. And
Fascinating to watch him work.
Yeah.
Especially while poor Luigi is laid out.
Yeah, Waluigi managing to keep both of the cool kids at bay while Luigi got back to his feet. Beautiful show of priority
Great
from Waluigi. Oh, well, Luigi now going for the no. Oh, a powerbomb onto the barricade. That is going to take the wind out of Diddy Kong's sails. Diddy Kong now being thrown back into the ring. Is Luigi looking at ending this? Maybe, but that might have cost him the match, going for Bowser Jr., giving Diddy Kong way too much time to recover. Oh, up on the shoulders, and the rolling Death Valley driver again. And the series of slaps.
Slaps.
That just feels like adding insult to injury.
My favorite of his moves, I think, just the little slaps.
Oh, beautiful belly-to-belly suplex there from Diddy Kong. Impressive that he managed to get such a titan that is Waluigi up. Oh, and the rolling neck breaker. Incredible moves from Luigi. Oh, jawbreaker down onto the knee. I thought that was going to be a DDT there, but the crucifix bomb. Again, we brought up the shell earlier, but when you hit with a move like the crucifix bomb like that, the shell digs into your back on the way down. So if anything, Bowser Jr. took that move harder. Waluigi though, wanting to end this. Bowser fully distracted by the rolling Death Valley driver. Oh, big discus lariat. It's like being hit by a train when you're hit by one of those. And that's from a normal sized guy. But when it's from someone like Waluigi, whew. Again, we're seeing that divide and conquer strategy that the successful teams here have utilized to get belts. We're seeing Waluigi perfectly utilizing that strategy. Oh, up in the torture rack. Oh, spinning neckbreaker on the outside. Not even on the mats on the outside, on the concrete floor on the outside. Concrete. Bowser Jr. ain't getting up anytime soon, but Diddy Kong still got some energy in that jetpack, still got a banana or two in that back pocket. He ain't out of energy yet. Luigi joining Waluigi in the ring now. The two of them teaming up to take down Diddy Kong.
It's not going down without a fight, though.
No, not indeed. Exploded suplex, though, might be the ticket. Diddy Kong with another strategic exit, but Waluigi was chasing him, but then turned his attention to Bowser Jr., who is now finally back up on his feet. And the STO planting him back down to the ground. Waluigi, though, I think Waluigi might have been going for the Waluigi Maker there, but another air raid crash here from Bowser Jr. He must have seen the use that Wallace got out of it. And the Tiger Driver. Oh, not seen one of them in a long time. Gets the cover.
Go on, Waluigi.
Last second breakout. Oh, misfire there from Diddy Kong. Chance of tag team wrestling from the crowd as the back rake. I'm not sure how successful a back rake would be on Denim, but it seems to have at very least distracted Waluigi. Oh, drop toe hold. Maintains the knee bar. Fortunately, Luigi was there.
Swift kick there from Luigi to stop that in its tracks.
Indeed. I mean, when you're, again, the downsides of being a long-limbed guy, beautiful tornado plancha there. But Bowser Jr. coming to his senses just in time to break up the pin. I mean, like I was saying, when you're a long-limbed wrestler like Waluigi, the downside is a twisting submission like that is all the more dangerous. But Bowser Jr. down but not out just yet. Diddy Kong getting a little bit more feisty now with a series of strikes and the big judo throw. And now maintaining the wrist control, pulling Luigi down and
Oh.
just stomping on the shoulder. Oh. Luigi with a strategic exit there. Waluigi running drop kick straight to the face of Diddy Kong. Oh. You never want to turn your back on an opponent, but a beautiful lariat stopping any problem from Waluigi in his tracks. Cool Kid's in full control right now. I was about to say, you never want to turn...
delivered like the post outside of the ring.
Indeed. I was about to say, you never want to turn your back on any opponent, but when Waluigi utilizes that short arm neck breaker... Oh. Ooh, Diddy Kong reversing the tombstone pile driver into one of his own. Incredible last minute desperation reversal there. Oh, Diddy Kong's got something. Drop toe hold into the knee bar. Again, Waluigi trying to manage to roll over, and again, very, very dangerous. Those knees are probably Waluigi's biggest weak point, so you can see the panic in his face when that landed.
Achilles patella.
Oh, Luigi again with the rolling DVD.
And those little slappies.
We love the little slappies.
Love them.
And then leaving Diddy Kong.
Bowser Jr. looking a little bit wobbly on his feet outside the ring.
Yeah, he is. He's definitely wise to stay out of the ring until he's completely back with his senses, because these two guys are not playing around. I think all four men went into this underestimating the other team. Bowser Jr. though with a Tiger Driver out of nowhere, and the Tope Con Hero from Waluigi. What can Waluigi get back to the ring in time though? Ooh.
Oh.
That was almost terrible. Bowser Jr. has been the standout of this match so far. For a man with as little experience as he has, he is really, really showing that he was made for this sport. Oh, what a beautiful rising knee strike. And now, Diddy Kong.
No slappies from me. You're getting full on punched.
Diddy Kong again with that knee bar. Waluigi trying to make his tapping out.
No! Oh no!
I think
upset.
Had he realized where he was, he may have been able to grab onto the rope, but I think he was just the speed and just the explosiveness of Diddy Kong's offense just took him completely off guard. I told you the knees are his weak point, but that was an incredibly emotional match for saying how low stakes it was supposed to be. And you are still speechless.
I don't know. I didn't expect to see Waluigi of all people tapping out.
I mean, like I said, those knees are his weak. When you're so limmy like that, when you're so leggy, a twisting leg submission like that, it's all the more powerful because there's so much more leverage to wrench the knee. And yeah, I don't think he was expecting power like that from the Cool Kids, but
I mean, from what chat's saying, unexpected.
Yeah, they took us all by surprise. I think. I mean, Bowser. Can we just Bowser Jr. is might be like the most natural. He's taken to wrestling like a duck to water. A modern day Kurt Angle is our Bowser Jr. I cannot wait to see what he can bring to the ring. And like, he's doing this and he's been in the ring for a month. Luigi's a former champion, and now Bowser Jr. has a win over him, and I'm incredibly impressed. I'm
still speechless, still totally. I don't know. I've been wrong about both matches today. Yeah,
I mean, you've really failed to call it. But hey, I mean, they've been huge surprises. So, I mean, you could call them both upsets. I would go that far.
I would say they're both upsets. Han in chat, absolutely right. So much for a low stakes match. Everyone thought like it was the last title ever.
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be a low stakes, just like testing each other, kind of a vibe check of a match. But those four men, I think they've realized that they could go, they could all take this to town and go as hard as they needed to. And that was a hell of a match. What a match!
It really was. I'm excited to see what else we've got lined up for today.
I mean, our next match, speaking of a hell of a match, this is more of a heaven of a match because we're seeing the return to the ring of the almighty God, former smiley case holder God. I mean, the smiley case has been handed back and forth like it was a game of hot potato, but it's not with God anymore. But what is with God is a little bit of unfinished business, shall we say. Cast your mind back to Heatwave. A few weeks ago, we had the Heatwave Summertime Silliness Battle Royale for the smiley case. Doug Ziggler making a name for himself, tearing through the competition, outruns God. What does he do? Immediately throws Doug out of the ring. Manages to get second place in that Battle Royale. But yeah, unbelievable is the word for it. Like it was not on, and we haven't seen Doug for the last few weeks. I think he was healing physically and emotionally from that attack, but now he has challenged God to a one-on-one. In his words, to settle all of this.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be an emotional match. This is going to be a hell of a match. Any remarks before we get onto the ring? I know you're a fan of the Deity Dogs. I think we all are a fan of the Deity Dogs.
I mean, who isn't a fan of the Deity Dogs? And it's upsetting to see them at each other's throats like this.
It really is.
You know, such a well-oiled machine normally, to see them, against one another is unexpected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. As Valerie pointed out, we did see Doug last week. He came out to confront God after his match. We didn't hear what was said then, but
clearly it was a challenge, one that has been taken up, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this shakes out.
Yeah.
But I think my money's on God. I've been wrong all of this this match, all of this stream so far, but I'm going with God. Big man up there.
My thing is, I'm less excited. I'm less, like, to me, who wins this match is less important. What is important to me is, do the Deity Dogs survive?
Yes, that is true.
And I think there is only one way to find out, and that is to go down to the ring. And no, we're not done loading yet. We can't go down to the ring yet. They're still getting the gear on. We're not allowed.
That's all right.
They're still cleaning up after the last match. There's bits of shell everywhere.
And it takes, a little bit to get the costumes on. I can imagine. I mean, we've seen what Doug Ziggler's outfit is quite tight. A little bit for squeezing.
There's some baby powder to get on. Muscles. Anyway, I think they're ready now. So we'll give you a moment to calm down while they have their entrances. Let's go down to the ring. I like that Doug is still coming out in his branded Deity Dogs gear.
Yeah.
That to me bodes well.
It's a good sign.
If you would, like Valerie in the chat, like to get your own branded Deity Dogs gear, go to our Ko-fi store. You can get yourself a Deity Dogs t-shirt.
I'm obsessed with the fringe.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Normally not a fan of fringe, but Doug wears it so well.
Mm-hmm. Doug and God have both gone very different ways with their flamboyant entrance gear, as you can see.
Their branding slightly different,
but somehow they work.
Opposites attract, and all that.
Indeed. You wouldn't think these two would get along, but They've been one of the most successful non-title teams. It's very impressive.
Oh, the little wings.
We love the
God,
little wings.
He's so stylish. Also wearing his Dirty Dog's outfit.
Yeah, they're both coming out representing the team. So whether or not this is the end of this makes me cautiously optimistic for the future of the Dirty Dogs. And again, both very happy as they came down. I don't think we're going to be seeing the end of the team, but hey, we've been wrong before tonight.
I'm hoping it's just they need to get it out of their system.
Yeah. Wrestlers often solve a disagreement in the ring. That's the old school wrestler mentality. Maybe they're just a little bit old school. You know, God, as we know, very old school, very Old Testament.
Yeah, as Han says, more of a spat than a breakup.
Yes. A little bit of trouble in paradise, as it were.
I mean, all the best relationships have ups and downs, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
It's how you come back from them that's what's important.
And if these two can come back stronger, can come back tighter, stronger, and as bonded better, we could be seeing title pictures for these two.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
I feel like they've always been just on the periphery of the title picture. And again, if they can settle it like men right now. Very sharp DDT there from Doug Ziggler. Again,
how tall is Doug Ziggler?
Maybe 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
He looks like he looks like a short king next to, God.
Here's the thing with wrestlers, some wrestlers freakishly tall, so that makes the average size ones look like short kings.
This is true. Ooh, into the side of the ring,
right into the apron there. Hardest part of the ring, that is.
I learnt that last time I was commentating.
Indeed. Dolph Ziggler is 6'1". He's as tall as me.
That's tall.
Short for a wrestler.
Oh God, I must be tiny for a wrestler then.
You are. Like, the shortest wrestler I know is, I think, 5'3".
Damn. Mostly hashing this out outside of the ring.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hashing it outside of the ring, but not in a sort of we saw last match. They were outside of the ring, throwing each other into the mats, throwing each other into the barricades. Yeah. This is a lot more. Ooh.
Seems controlled.
Yeah, it's a controlled sort of thing.
Oh,
those blocky sandals not going to feel good pressed into your stomach like that, though.
No.
Ooh, Doug, though, reversing the strike into a beautiful judo toss. Again, these two know each other very well. I'm going to expect a lot of back and forth, a lot of reversals like that, because they've wrestled together for the moment. Yeah.
They fight together. They know each other's strengths and weaknesses. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, quick snapmare.
Oh.
And flipping neckbreaker. Oh. Or as we call it after the watershed, fucking neckbreaker. Huge Macho Man elbow, though. Guess the cover. No, just a 1 count.
Yep. Kick out there.
Yeah, I mean, again, nobody knows these two better than they know each other, so I think Doug must have known that kick out was coming. Huge strikes and I don't even know what that was, but it was beautiful to watch. Oh God, they're ducking the strike the second time around.
I'm so distracted by God's trousers.
his everything. Both of them are quite distracting. It's
so shiny.
Big choke slam there, and I think an end of days perhaps there from God, but this is not the end of days for Doug or this team. God climbing up to the middle rope there. Huge splash.
Big tummy to tummy falling on one another.
Splash, we call that.
Yes. Ooh. And that, I just was asking for everyone in chat who might not know.
Of course,
I obviously did know.
Ooh, inverted chokeslam there from God. Always innovating with the offense. And the famous, incredible.
Dunking him like a basketball even.
See, the thing about the famous, he learned that from Doug. That is a Deity Dogs tag team move, the Famouser. So I don't know if that was personal or if that was you know, going back to the good-natured fight, but it means something.
They did have a little hug there, though.
Yep, the little belly-to-belly takedown. Oh, and again, up in the torture rack. Doug, though, fighting out of it into a huge cutter. Again, problem with someone as tall as God is, it's you get a move like that reversed and it's a long way down. Oh, octopus hold here from Doug Ziggler, stretching out the abs, the legs of God. I don't think God's ever tapped out, though, so this may be a bit of a folly and a huge hip toss for his troubles. Doug, though, fighting through. Oh. Oh, and the super kick lands. Doug's not in full control, but he's got the pin. That's the important thing.
Oh.
The kick out at 2, though. God having to pull himself up. Doug in full control right now.
God looking tired there.
Yeah, it has been a long match for God. He's hit a few big moves here and there, but this has been mostly an all Doug match, but Doug's the one with the score to settle, though, isn't he? So he's coming in a little bit more fired up. Oh, stomping at the arm now. That's his choke slamming arm, so. Oh, and the guillotine hold. Doug. Ooh,
wow.
A little bit of a showboat there before it goes back to
the strength there, the control.
Like someone as athletic as. Oh, the zigzag connects. And now not opting for the cover after hitting his finisher. Interesting set of moves. Oh, huge elbow drop though. Going back to the choke, and again giving us another look.
One of those. Oh.
Showboating before and after your moves is one thing, but showboating in the middle of your move, that's 100% Doug. The super kick connects again.
Oh!
Nobody couldn't make the cover this time. He fell the wrong way. And I think that might be a little bit too late for the cover, giving God a little bit more time to recover. Yeah, there it is. See, had he just fallen the other way.
Quicker. He'd been a little bit quicker on that mark as well.
Oh, God reversing the whip in. Ooh. Got kick, God back in control. Kick connects, double underhooks. Ooh.
For a while, they looked as though they were doing a lovely little dance together.
A lot of chain wrestling looks a lot like dancing. God, though. Going up to that top rope, ascending to the heavens. What could this be? Monsoon splash, but Doug rolling out of the way. God once again. Oh, stepping right over. God's got something prepared. The Famouser connects once again. Could this be it? God taking a moment to drag him away from the ropes. Very intelligent work from God.
Is this it?
No.
No. Oh.
Doug is a fighter. Doug has got more in him.
More fuel in the tank there.
Can't quite tell what the crowd is chanting, but they want to see more. Doug hits with a chop block, slipping out the back gate. And throwing God into the barricade. And the head connecting with that barricade once again. The flipping neckbreaker. This is getting a little bit more of that hard-hitting match that we thought it was going to be.
Feels a little bit more heated now than it did in the beginning.
Doug, though, returning God to the ring. Maybe he wants to finish this, or maybe he just doesn't want to get counted out. I can't quite tell what he wants right now. Hits with a series of elbow drops, and
3 in a row.
Notice last time he did this, there was a lot more showboating, and the showboating's over now. God has been split open. We've not seen that in a long time. Oh, the deadlift up though, and the running power slam. Shades of the natural Dustin Rhodes there. Oh, not slowing him down for an instant.
jeez.
Beautiful spinebuster there from God. These two are really giving us an absolute tear of a match. Neither man slowing down for the other, though. It's... Oh, there's the flipping neckbreaker once again.
Do we think they're coming out of this friends?
I can only hope. Again, with wrestlers, it's always hard to tell if what they're doing is still friendly. But choke slam once again. The choke slam to the outside. You'd think that's got to be personal between those two, but again, these two men have fought through thick and thin together. I can only hope that
Falling out like this before?
No, this is their first big bust up. Ooh, flying shoulder there from God. This is their first big proper bust up, but what they've been through together is torture rack neck breaker. What a move. And now what's he got stored up in the tank? The kick connects. Oh, and the jackknife suplex. Incredible moves from God. Gets the cover. This has got to be it for Doug. No! Doug is not done yet. I think God is more surprised than the rest of us. He's taking a minute to showboat, though. I think he thinks he's got this. But that might have just created an opening for Doug. Drop kick to the back. Can he capitalize? Oh, the super kick once again. But again, couldn't connect with the pin. Does he have the Thor fort? He does. Pushed him out away from the ropes to secure the pin. And Doug gets the win. Wow.
I've been wrong a third time today.
But they've shaking hands and there's a smile on both their faces. I think they've managed to figure it out.
It seems like it.
Look at that ending picture.
What a relief.
Yeah. Whew. What a show! What a show of force, though. What a match! These have been four excellent, three excellent matches so far. I have been blown away by the performance of every single wrestler so far. But what a picture to end on.
It was fantastic. It's nice to see that even though Doug won, really we won by knowing that the Deity Dogs are not over.
Yeah.
They are coming back, and presumably after this they are going to be stronger than ever.
Yeah, I mean, it took I think it took that to get it all out of the system. But if you notice that ending picture of the two of them arm in arm, both bleeding.
Yeah.
Look at the current tag team champions, the Springfield Sports Center. They were famously forged in blood, and look at them now; they're unstoppable. And I think the Dogs might have gone through the same ritual.
It's clearly how great teams are made.
They've been fun and games up until this point, and they've proven that when it comes to it, they can and will fight each other to maintain the Dogs. Incredible, a series of incredible matches so far, and it's only going up from here. I want to take a brief moment from the action. Paul the Pole, thank you for activating Change Our Background to take me to the piece of Wrestling is Silly VR chat fan art that you showed off on stream last week. I'm going to very, very briefly hide myself once I figure out how.
Just duck down.
There we go. Look at that beautiful piece of fan art. I'll show you an unblurred version at some point during the show, but there it is. Nope, that's not what I wanted at all. Is that what I want? There we go. There it is. Look at that beautiful piece of fan art commissioned by Paul the Pole for the VR chat watch parties of Wrestling is Silly that happen every single week. If you want to get involved in one of those, message Ayakara in the Discord to get the know-how. And once again, shout out to the VR chat watch parties. I think it's incredible that even exists, if I'm honest.
What a lovely community.
I mean, I'm so lucky. Like, I say this a lot. Wrestling is Silly is a really fucking hard show to sell, but the fact that it's got the community that it has, I feel so blessed. and that involves all of our co-hosts as well. So you are part of this wonderful community, whether you like it or not.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you and everyone else in chat here. For the final match of our first half, let's return to the tag team division. I mean, we kind of never left the tag team division because that was a tag match in spirit, wasn't it?
I think so.
That was the dogs versus themselves. So let's
versus all their demons.
Yes. So let's stay in the tag division for. Last week we saw the attempted rematch of Ichiban and Glamrock Freddy, but Glamrock Freddy apparently was injured and instead had seemingly his new friend Donkey Kong take his place. Well, I just want to verify. I checked with our medical staff. I checked with our robotics staff because I wasn't sure which one Glamrock Freddy would have gone to. Neither of them have spoken to him. He seemed completely fine.
Interesting.
So I have decided that there will be Ichiban will face Glamrock Freddy this week, but in tag action instead. Maybe I've compromised tag team action. So Glamrock Freddy and Donkey Kong are going head to head with. They're calling themselves the Fight Just Friends. Ichiban and Kiryu. As we know, Ichiban has sort of been taken under the wing of what used to be the Fight Boy Friends, but since the Fight Boy Friends lost their tag team title, we haven't heard from Majima since Heatwave. Nobody's seen him. Kiryu's not seen him. Zack's not seen him. Nobody has seen him. So now we've got the Fight Just Friends, Ichiban and Kiryu, taking on Donkey Kong and Glamrock Freddy. This is going to be, I think, a real teachable moment for Ichiban. He's learned a lot being with Kiryu, and now they're sharing the ring together for, I think, the first time in tag action. They've been in a trios match before, but never in tag action. And yeah, the saga of the Fight Boy Friends is ongoing. It seems once again, no Majima to be seen. You seem perplexed. You that is a thinking face.
It is. I'm the thinking emoji. I'm hoping it's not the end of the Fight Boy Friends. If one of them's been missing in action for a little while, that signals bad news to me.
I mean, Majima is a volatile man. So having such a strong title reign come to an abrupt end.
Hopefully he's just taking some time to let it process.
Hopefully you're right. But I mean, prepare for everything. We never thought we'd see the dogs fight each other. So, and at the beginning of Wrestling is Silly, the Fight Boy Friends weren't even a team. They were enemies. So they did the whole enemies to lovers thing that all you fanfic readers love so much. Sometimes that goes in reverse.
That's the worst trope.
Lovers to enemies.
I hate that one.
What about enemies to lovers to enemies to lovers?
That I can get behind.
That might be the big long arc, but
fingers crossed.
It's a slow burn. 18 chapters, an archive of our own.
Oh god.
But back to the match at hand. Kiryu and Ichiban. Ichiban's been a very, very promising wrestler recently. Versus two of the biggest heavyweights we've got, Glamrock Freddy and DK. What's your take on this match?
Well, they are two men versus a machine and a monkey.
Yep.
So, I mean, really, it seems as though the odds against them.
Kiryu has fought machines and monkeys. But Ichiban has experience fighting bulldozers, and Kiryu has experience fighting tigers. This is not unusual for either of these two men. Play Yakuza, learn.
For me, it is. And so, I mean, I've been wrong this entire
Basically,
show.
Who do you think is going to win, and then say the other team?
Okay, so in that case, I feel like Monkey and Machine would win. So I'm gonna have to go with the Fight Just Friends then, aren't I? If I've been wrong so far, I'll go against my instincts.
You're learning.
We'll put our money where our mouth is in points.
Yes, I would, but I'm not allowed.
That's fair.
So I suppose what I can do is press the let's go down to the ring button. Let's go.
The following contest is a tornado tag team match. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 497 pounds, the team.
I am teaching the announcer what the actual names of the teams are. Trust me, it's gonna happen.
They'll get it someday. They'll get it someday.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed with their big arms.
they are big beefy boys.
They are.
Some of the beefiest. But then
One of them does look as though he has stuck his finger in an electrical socket. That is some hair going on.
oh yeah, he it's also incredibly accurate. That's
Ah.
that's just what his hair is.
And their opponents,
Oh, there they are.
the Click, standing at 7 feet tall, weighing in at 562 pounds, Don Key Kong.
Don Key Kong.
3 distinct words, apparently.
Yes, exactly.
But looking a little bit unsure of himself. Not usually one for singles competition is Donkey Kong, but he's gonna make it work. He's gonna. Sorry, I say singles competition. Not usually one for competing without Diddy Kong.
That look back over the shoulder.
Menacing, very
If
menacing.
looks could kill.
I mean, he's taken a long time to sort of rebuild his image in the eyes of the audience, and now, I mean, Glamrock Freddy's not a good dude.
No.
So
Associating with the wrong kind.
yeah, I think. Do you think Donkey Kong knows what he's doing? Do you think he's been tricked somewhat, maybe?
I mean, you said that he'd been lied to. You said that Glamrock Freddy pretended to be injured. It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, I just don't know if Donkey Kong was in on it. Maybe this is some weird new alliance, but
Possibly.
I think if Donkey Kong wants to ally with somebody as disrespectful as Glamrock Freddy, then what was the point of splitting up from Bowser?
I don't know whether how smart is the monkey? How smart is the monkey? Do we think? I'm not sure if he does know.
I mean, if he doesn't know, I hope he finds out soon, because look at the smug grin on that face. I want to see a big monkey fists wipe that grin off.
But also, is that grin just programmed on?
No. These robots have personality. These are some advanced robots.
Ah, of course.
The bell has rung, and Ichiban making a beeline for Glamrock Freddy. There is unsettled business between this man and this machine. Like, they were both on a tear during the Rumble, and it was Glamrock Freddy that eliminated Ichiban, but couldn't quite get the distance on that flying forearm, unfortunately. But yeah, it was Glamrock Freddy that eliminated Ichiban. Beautiful springboard DDT there. And then refused to have the rematch. The first rematch was lost via countout, which is very disrespectful, as you know.
Yeah.
And the second match, well, the whole Donkey Kong thing happened. So,
Some unfinished business.
I mean, Ichiban has been, for like, if you pardon the pun, he's been itching to get his teeth into a proper wrestling feud. And I think he wanted Glamrock Freddy to be the one, but he just wasn't playing ball.
Big punch to the face there.
Yeah, it's huge.
Donkey Kong
Making
rolls
Donkey Kong retreat is quite the feat. Oh, flying clothesline to the back of the head, though.
Turned his back on his enemy. Unwise.
Never turn your back on your enemy. Oh, Donkey Kong in control of Kiryu right now. It's rare to see someone be able to manhandle around the Dragon of Dojima like that, but when you're a 600-pound monkey, you can basically do what you like. Oh, the Manhattan drop, though.
It
proving.
surprises me that they can pick them up sometimes.
I mean, Kiryu is like anime protagonist strong. He's something else.
He has the power of God and anime on his side.
He does indeed. Oh, brutal hammerlock though into hammerlock back suplex, dropping Kiryu right onto his own arm. That's
by the commentators as well.
Yeah. Every week I tell the Spanish commentators, you should come up here by the stage where we are. It's far safer. And every week they're like, no, we're better off here. We like it here. And every week this happens. Or like somebody gets thrown into the table and the coffee gets knocked over.
God, take a shot every time they have to get up from their seat.
Yeah, for real. In a match like this, they're gonna be up and down. I mean, look at them. Nothing happened and they got up that time. I think they're just afraid of Glamrock Freddy, which, to be fair,
Who have we got refereeing here as well? Someone different from.
Yes. This is the newest addition to our refereeing team. Of course, you know Gus, you know Japanese Andre. The chat haven't named her yet. So get your ideas for this ref's name now. Huge Yakuza kick there from Kiryu, making Donkey Kong roll out. But
pulling Glamrock Freddy off the ropes as well.
Yeah, Glamrock went for that top rope maneuver, but it's high risk and it did not pay off that time. And just as Glamrock was gonna, Psycho knee there, combined with a sort of crossbody from Ichiban. Beautiful team synchronicity, and now, the strength. The strength of Ichiban going up for that GTH and getting straight up for the pin, but it could not connect. Hurricane Rana couldn't land though. Beautiful crucifix driver there from Glamrock Freddy.
Something about the idea of punching that metal exoskeleton that just, makes my knuckles hurt.
Yeah, I mean, every time. And being thrown around like that ain't much better, but once again, Ichiban showing pure strength, lifting him up in the fireman carry like that, but Donkey Kong able to slip free. Rolling senton could not connect, and that's going to reverberate all the way up whatever he has instead of a spine.
I was going to say, it'd hurt your coccyx if you had one.
Yeah, and two big knee strikes there from Kiryu, but the short arm lariat from onto Ichiban in the ring. Ichiban in a bad position right now. Donkey Kong's ready for something. The end of days there. Connect.
No, not reversal.
That does not look
the
good.
Opposite of a reversal.
A move hitting.
Yes.
Kiryu right there to break up the pin though with a Superman punch. Beautiful, but could not see Golden Freddy getting into the ring there. It's one thing to say punching the machine's going to hurt, but what about when the machine punches you back?
Yeah.
That's going to hurt all the more. But Fight Just Friends in full control right now. Tope Con Hero from Ichiban. Kiryu not going the same way. Taking the lower exit.
Taking the low road.
Yeah, probably the safer one. And the jawbreaker suplex there. Beautiful show of strength for the sit-out powerbomb there from Kiryu. We've not seen Kiryu on form like this since before Heatwave, and I've got to say it's good to see him, really stretching his legs back in the ring again. Double underhooks, dragon suplex, incredible moves here.
Now I have a question for you, Eden.
Go for it.
Why do they pull them back up? Why wouldn't it make more sense to try and go for a pin?
On the outside, this is not a false count anywhere match, so you cannot pin outside of the ring. But
I see.
Sometimes you get them back up because you don't think a pin would connect, and you want to get it, and the only way to slam them back down is to pick them back up.
Of course, and I of course asked for everyone else who,
for the benefit of chat,
who
obviously.
Would not. Yeah, exactly.
You're a seasoned professional. Up in the torture rack here. Spinning neckbreaker from Glamrock Freddy, and meanwhile, rib breaker there from Donkey Kong. The unorthodox team of Beast and Machine are currently in control of the match. Kiryu though has the unenviable task of taking both these competitors on. And just being dumped onto those mats by Donkey Kong. Can he?
Ichiban able to recover though.
Ichiban back onto his feet as the flying forearm connects, giving Kiryu a moment to recover from that brutal fall-away slam. Being thrown back into the ring. Donkey Kong down, taking a strategic exit there. Reverse waistlock avoided by Glamrock. Oh, spinning out the flying knee. Oh, Glamrock rolls out of the way of the diving knees though. That was almost some beautiful teamwork here from the Fight Just Friends. Oh, up onto the shoulders. Can Ichiban sneak out the back door? No. Again, Glamrock Freddy and Donkey Kong. Oh, the Psycho knee into the Poison Rana.
Oh.
Spiking the head, the optic cameras, everything right into those very, very thin mats. Ichiban unleashing a flurry of blows on to Donkey Kong, and I think, kicking him down, trying to get back up. I think he's trying to lock in those turkey dinner arm bars, and the Snapdragon suplex again. Kiryu targeting the head of Glamrock Freddy, and I'm not sure how these Fazbear animatronics are built, but if the head is as vital to them as it is to us, it's a very good strategic angle. Ooh, big boot though, stopping the momentum dead. Glamrock Freddy now running between the two. Shotgun dropkick avoided by Freddy. And now both Yakuza members against the barricade. I think
as we all know, not a good place to be.
Not a good, especially with someone like Glamrock Freddy who, just dropping the abdomen of Kiryu right onto that barricade. It's going to take all the air out your lungs. Oh, slipping to the behind. Oh, release German suplex. Inches from hitting his head on that barricade. Oh, the boot was up though, because is this the turnaround? Both Ichiban and Kiryu in control momentarily. No. Donkey Kong able to avoid. Glamrock Freddy back in control. Fall-away slam avoided by Kiryu. Oh, Kiryu taking a well-needed run away, I think, but Donkey Kong's on his back.
Donkey Kong chasing him.
Yep, throwing Kiryu back into the ring. I think Donkey Kong maybe he's looking at ending this. But Ichiban up on his feet alongside Glamrock Freddy into the Spanish commentary table. The boot avoided. Oh, back suplex. Backbreaker from Donkey Kong. On Donkey Kong. That's going to stop his momentum. Oh, into the Omega Driver. Oh, the sheer force picking up that huge monkey. Oh, DK able to kick out though. Ichiban again putting his body on the line to stop Glamrock Freddy from avoiding. Ooh, turning DK inside out, getting a couple once again. And the Fight Just Friends have taken it. Again, Ichiban on the outside. I'm not even sure he realized that he'd won. The Fight Just Friends making their first successful tag team victory. What a match, though.
Deserved, very deserved.
It was such a back and forth between the two. That was an incredible showing between those two guys. But I think that was so close. But inevitably, the Fight Just Friends, they took it. They got it.
Very exciting match.
Indeed.
The back and forth there.
Yeah, the momentum was everywhere. I thought for a moment that the Fight Just Friends had bitten off a little bit more than they could chew. With two of maybe the heaviest hitters in the Wrestling Is Silly. But they fought back. They were tenacious. They clawed back victory.
They did so well. And you know what? Your strategy of pick the opposite of the one that you think.
It paid off, didn't it?
It did.
Just go against everything you think you know about wrestling.
Oh dear, that was such a good match.
That was such a good first half of the show. Can you believe we're only at the halfway point?
God, how much more have we got?
We have the second half slightly shorter than the first half. We have 3 more matches for you. We are ending with 2 women's division matches in a row, and you know how hard the Wrestling Is Silly women's division goes. So You do not want to miss the second half of Wrestling is Silly. But for now, we're going to take a very, very short 2-minute break. Refresh your drinks, empty your bladders, go for a smoke, let your dog out for a wee, anything else that you need to do. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time. But until then, who is that Pokemon?
It's me.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
Hello, everybody. I know this is not how we usually come back, but
Oh my God.
as you can see, something has spilled out of the backstage once again. We have Donkey Kong and Glamrock Freddy. Something has come to blows between these two men. I think, you know how if I had to guess, I think maybe, you know how we were saying earlier, does Donkey Kong know he got played? I think he's found out he got played, and I'm not
Oh, no.
quite sure that he's happy.
I mean, I wouldn't be either, to be
No.
honest. Jeez.
And he's not taking it very well, as you can
Oh my
imagine.
God, he's really going for it. I mean,
Ooh.
ooh,
Glamrock
as we
Freddy returning
expected.
fire just as hard, though. I think Glamrock Freddy maybe wanted, maybe if not a partner, like an underling, some might say. But Donkey Kong is done playing second
Unwilling.
fiddle. He's like, he did this with Bowser. He did things Bowser's way, and he's finally been able to do things his way. And now he's got Glamrock Freddy trying to play him like a fiddle.
He is not going back to that underling lifestyle.
No.
He's the main character in his own story now.
Exactly.
Baby.
This is Donkey Kong country. Like, this is the only man ever to make Majima tap out. But so he ain't going down easy. That red panda 5,000, a very amicable power level. Not quite that over 9,000. Maybe next time. Oh, also red panda. Welcome to the stream.
Do we think DK's power would be over 9,000?
I think DK would be an easy 9,000. I mean, there's something with Saiyans and monkeys, so he's a natural fit for the Saiyan life anyway. But a monkey did indeed take out Majima, the only person ever to make Majima tap out with that jungle vine. There we go. There's that over 9,000. Yeah, he was the only man ever to make Majima tap out with that jungle vine. Not successfully to take the belts off him, but did earn him a title shot though. And that was when he broke away from Bowser into Kong Country, and now
Just hoisting Glamrock Freddy
Yeah.
above his head. Oh, that is a long way down.
yeah, basically falling out of a tree. That is. And Donkey Kong not stopping the onslaught for a moment with that beautiful STO. That is one angry monkey.
I mean, I would be too. Someone lied to me, made me think they were injured, and then I had to go and fight for them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be having it.
Glamrock Freddy made him look like a fool, and now,
Yeah.
I mean, DK's no fool. Oh,
How do we think he found out?
I mean, after a fight like that, maybe it just slipped out, or maybe Ichiban asked, maybe somebody intervened somehow, but it's come out somehow, and now I'm happy for Donkey Kong. I was worried that he'd thrown away his good reputation, but I'm glad that he hasn't. Oh. And now there was a second there when Glamrock Freddy seemed to be trying to threaten Donkey Kong. But clearly that ain't working. And they are getting dangerously close to the edge of the stage. I was
Right into
worried.
that sort of entrance way where they do their big entrances.
Yes, we call that the entrance.
as you would assume from the words entrance
Yes.
way.
But they're getting dangerously close to that stage, and that is like a 6-foot drop onto pure concrete. I hope one of them doesn't go off one of them the wrong way.
Oh.
But
Would a drop like that really injure a metal man?
it might move some electronics around. Whoa, Matt Berry, welcome to the stream, and thank you for that 54 months of support. Welcome back to
Damn.
Wrestling is Silly, the hell that you helped wrought. Oh, DK in with the reverse waistlock. Oh, up on the shoulder. Not in a good. Oh, we saw a lot of people be on the wrong end of that, and now the running power slam. Ruth, thank you for that 6 months of support. And we are apparently getting close to a hype train. Anyone else got a sub they need to refresh? Now is your time. Hype trains are a thing, apparently. Oh, huge.
Got to do a hype train for Donkey Kong not losing his humanity as much as a monkey can have humanity.
His monkey manatee.
His man monkity.
his humankity. There it is.
There we go. We got there.
Oh,
We just had to play
oh,
around in that word space for a little
Yeah,
while
just
while they play around on this floor space.
just to stir up the word goo.
Mm-hmm.
Donkey Kong on top form right now, and I don't think he's stopping until that
Oh.
machine powers off. I don't think we're going to see the end of this.
No.
There. Hannah, thank you for those 15 months of sub, and we are now in the hype train. Ayakara, thank you for the sub. The hype train is going. Everyone wants to see DK taken out. And there it is. Dumped him on his head on that concrete, and Donkey Kong with the power of the hype train.
It was the power of the hype train.
Donkey Kong
It was
washed.
the friends. It was the friends we made along the way powering him.
It was indeed. Donkey Kong squashing any notion that he had turned heel with Glamrock Freddy, and now maybe he can return back to what he was doing, which was fostering a good relationship with Bowser Jr. and Diddy Kong.
Very exciting to see.
Sorry about having to interrupt the usual state of affairs there. We usually after the break we come back to, we have a nice gentle coming back. Paul the Pole gifting another 5 subs.
Yes.
Paul the Pole, you have better things to spend your money on, I'm sure of it. You have gifted 21 subs to the channel now, and I think all of those have been in the past month. Come on, my guy. Amaka, Skalunka, Funk Geeks, My Brave, That Red Panda, Algerian King, all enjoy your emotes, courtesy of the legend that is Paul the Pole. We are now on a level 3 hype train. I've never been on a level 3 hype train before. The fuck is this nonsense?
Interesting.
What we usually do after the break is we do some things like I thank everyone for coming to the show before we do the second half. So I'm gonna Rue.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Gifting 2 more subs, hitting that level 3 hype train. Damien #1 and Defokma. Enjoy your emotes, courtesy of the wonderful tiny teal dream boy sat next to me. Thank you everyone for your incredible generosity right now. And thank you everyone for coming to the stream, whether that be in Twitch chat or in the VR chat. Thank you to everyone who is supporting the show, both with your generous gift subs and with the Ko-fi memberships that we have. If you're not aware, we do have Ko-fi memberships. It's like Patreon, but I get a better cut. If you do want to help support the show, and you don't want to make me blush bright red by gifting a lot of subs, then the Ko-fi is the place to go. We have tiers ranging from £2 to £20 a month. At the £20 level, you get to be in Wrestling is Silly. You get to accompany your favorite wrestler to the ring. The £15 a month, you get to book a title match, and there are lower tiers with other awards as well. You get discounts on the merch that is also sold there. It's a great way to support the show, give us the ability to invest in things like voice actors and other ways to do cool promos. I'm sorry, I was taking a breath there. I'm a little bit overwhelmed.
It's okay, I can fill in. If you are lurking in chat and you've never been here before, please do drop Eden a follow. A lot of work goes into Wrestling is Silly, and they are wonderful. As you can see from all of the hype going on in chat.
We're on a goddamn level 4 hype train right now. I didn't know they went that high. I thought they capped at 3. I thought on this channel they capped at 1. I'm blushing and excited right now. Last thing before we move on, thank you, Rue, for joining me. If you're not following Rue already, they do everything that I do but better. If you like chaotic streams with where you actually play games, that's the channel you want to go to.
I don't think I do better. I do it in a different color. Is what I do.
I mean, that's true. It's, like I said, the blue lens to my red lens on the 3D glasses that is chaotic Twitch streams.
What have we got up next on the roster?
Yes, back to the show. What we have up next is we're going back to the singles division for He-Man, our current Twitch champion. Once again, to catch you up on the storied arc that is He-Man in Wrestling Is Silly. He was a somewhat a joke in the lower card. He tried to have a team with Skeletor. That didn't work very well. He was then accosted by the Empire. He joined the Empire, saw some great success in the Empire with Captain America. They formed a tag team. They formed a brotherhood. And as you may know, the Empire fell apart. And what made it fall apart was Captain America and He-Man wanting to break out, get titles, go their own way, and Superman would not let them go for those titles because Superman was no longer the world champion. So He-Man challenged Superman to a one-on-one and basically single-handedly tore the Empire down brick by brick. He is now our Twitch champion after defeating the despicable Mr. M. And he's continuing his seemingly reign of taking down the villains of Wrestling Is Silly. First Superman, then Mr. M. Now he's challenged Winnie the Pooh.
He's a vigilante.
He is a real vigilante. The hero that Wrestling Is Silly has deserved this entire time. He is
the one we needed.
Yeah, the one we didn't know we needed until just now. So he is now taking on Winnie the Pooh. No titles on the line for this one. He's just decided that bear has been having it too good for too long. So, what do you think to these two competitors? Obviously, I know you're a big fan of He-Man and his potential face turn. Now that he's achieved that, you full Team He-Man.
I am a big He-Man fan. I'm a big fan. I love what he's done. I love the change in alliances. I love that he's taken down all of those bad guys and doing it well, actually. Doing really well. So I am excited to hopefully see the monstrosity that is Winnie the Pooh get what they deserve.
I hopefully this is the time that Winnie the Pooh gets what he deserves, because he's a monstrosity, but he's a very, very powerful monstrosity. Losing is not something he does very often. Oh, even I got a hype train emo. Look at that.
he is a lot to look at.
He is. Wait until you see him moving. Shall we do that now? Shall we go down to the ring and do that now?
Yeah, let's.
You ain't gonna like it, I promise you.
No.
But then again, nobody does.
No, that is true. I'm curious as to what happened to him to turn him in this manner.
Something happened. I think it was when he went public domain.
Something bad in the 100 Acre Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Every man's nightmare, weighing in at 235 pounds, the Predator.
So he always comes down so happy, playing that air guitar, trying to get the fans on side, but they are decidedly not.
Oh, that truly is a face only a mother could love.
Indeed. That is a face. That is... Oh yeah, he is. We all when we moved to WWE 2K23 with the support of our fans, everyone got a bit of a glow up, except Winnie the Pooh, who decidedly got a glow down. He sunk deeper into the pits of hell.
He's got some really thick thighs, though. I'm a fan of those. I'm a fan of those thick thighs.
Don't start ogling Winnie the Pooh.
I would never. I was just saying.
just an appreciator of thigh.
Yeah, I think he could crush a watermelon between them.
He's once or twice tried to crush a head between them. But again, trying eagerly to get the crowd cheering his name, but all he can hear is screams of horror.
I'm barely containing mine over here in the commentary box.
Yeah, thankfully, another good point of being this far away from the ring. We don't have to get as close to him as Spanish commentary do.
True. They're getting an eyeful right now.
Oh yeah, they're getting. Oh, Let's see, in the full moon rising right now.
There he is.
Representing Legacy from another time, weighing in at 265 pounds, the Internet's wrestling champion, Prince Adam.
He somehow makes that fringe look good.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but that hairstyle looks so good on him. As does that beautiful garish
Which
purple
champion
belt.
belt?
Looks so much better on him than it does on Mr. M.
Surprised he hasn't made the giant red kind of cross in his center purple to match.
Yeah, maybe he will, but the tattoos are quite hard to change the color of, so maybe he's got time to book it in. But if he sees himself having a long reign, then maybe he'll go for it.
Didn't realize it was a tattoo.
I think it is. I'm not sure. Anyway, the bell has rung. The match has begun. Winnie the Pooh with a early body slam and sliding drop kick. Sliding leg drop, sorry. He-Man not used to being the smaller man in these competitions, so it's going to be interesting to see how he can adopt his fighting style to a heavier opponent.
Yeah.
Oh, the reverse face lock there. I think maybe trying to get an early tap out, but He-Man fighting back. Do not want your face planted in that armpit. And the big boot, Winnie the Pooh. Interesting, Winnie the Pooh slipping to the outside as soon as a single hit gets positioned on him.
A coward's way out.
Indeed, I think he felt the force of one kick and was like, oh, I underestimated this man.
Oh, I didn't like that
Yeah.
at all.
It's rare. I think it's rare that Winnie the Pooh feels pain, and I don't think he liked it.
I think it's rare that Winnie the Pooh feels anything.
Indeed. Oh, Irish whip reversed. Oh, kick to the gut.
Oh,
And series of strikes. Winnie the Pooh in control, wrenching at the arm, and lifting He-Man up, putting all of He-Man's weight onto that twisted wrist. That's how you break something. I think those leather cuffs were the only thing keeping that wrist in place. Oh, up on the top rope. This is not a good place for a man this big. Single axe handle right onto the head, but He-Man not deterred with that low drop kick. Oh, got the double underhooks. Oh, big butterfly suplex there. And again, Winnie the Pooh rolling out as soon as He-Man gets any momentum. He's out. Oh, but I think he's going to try again on the outside. That's what you get when you try and run away from He-Man.
just the power behind those throws to be able to lift someone so easily and throw them so bodily.
He makes it look like he's just lifting up a teddy bear, you know?
He does.
And, huge fireman toss there. He-Man now returning to the ring. I think back out just to break the count, it seems. He's not done with Pooh on the outside just yet. Into the huge power bomb. Takes a lot of force to hoist a bear that big onto your shoulders. And now just stomping on the knee as well, trying to. We know that Pooh likes to go for those walks through the woods, and obviously the Pooh surge. It takes a lot of knee strength. So
now, I don't know if I know what the Pooh surge is.
Maybe you'll see it.
Interesting.
Everyone,
make sure to yell when it comes up if it comes up.
The He-Man not the only one able to show off his power there. Winnie the Pooh managing to hoist He-Man over the top of his head. And now, I think Winnie the Pooh may be trying to get a count-out victory, but He-Man hot on his heels. I don't think he was expecting that. And once again, really showing off his strength with that body slam. And I
always feel like the kicks to the head are dirty.
They're disrespectful. And now, he wants him on his feet for something. What has Winnie the Pooh got in store? Another huge chop to the shoulder there. That's with all the height that Winnie the Pooh gets. That is gonna really hurt. And here it is. The Pooh surge connects. The arms are crossed. The pin is in. The referee just noticed that the tip of He-Man's foot was under that rope, though. Very, very lucky for He-Man, but Winnie the Pooh going for the choke slam.
Whoa!
Could not
Big
hit it, and the
throw.
huge pounce from He-Man gets the cover. Winnie the Pooh though kicking out at 1. He is an absolute beast.
He is not ready to go down.
Not at all. But He-Man not going down without a fight. Goes for the suplex. Oh! Sheer drop, brainbuster, dropping Winnie the Pooh right on his head. And now what's he got? Oh, the power of Grayskull connects right on his head once again. Gets the cover. No.
I thought that was it.
A staggering combination of attacks here from He-Man. But Winnie the Pooh made out of sterner stuff than that.
Sterner stuffing, if you will.
Indeed. The cannonball senton hits. And He-Man, I think he's ready to maybe deliver another power of Grayskull. Oh, he goes for it, but no, Winnie the Pooh manages to fight his way out of it. And, oh, goes for the suplex, but He-Man reverse once
good
again, hits the
escape.
chop block. Very back and forth, these two men, the low drop kick. And, oh, air raid crash. I've not seen He-Man hit one of those before. But very much calculating attacks, hitting the neck, the neck, the shoulders. And, ooh, goes to the splash, but nobody home. Winnie the Pooh a little bit too slow. Goes to the belly to belly, but the elbow connects instead. The big boot lands. Pooh back on top. Sharp elbow drop right to the chest. And the leg drop to the head.
Right to the neck, it looked like.
I mean, when your thigh's that big, it hits the neck, it hits the head, it hits everything. And now just trying to pop his head off like a bottle of Coke. Oh, I think he's trying to go for another Pooh surge. This does not look good for He-Man. Oh, dropped right on his head, but Winnie the Pooh not enough energy to get the pin that time. Maybe burned enough daylight to give He-Man the energy to. Winnie the Pooh got his legs up on that bottom rope, giving him unfair leverage, and the ref was wise enough to spot that, giving He-Man the opportunity to get back to his feet and hit that Falcon Arrow. And I think
Excellent job from the ref as well.
big,
Gotta give the
huge,
staff their dues.
huge powerbomb. Jeeves, have we christened this referee Jeeves?
I like Jeeves.
He's a good ref. I think he's a very, very new ref. But I think we can keep Jeeves. Witnessed another huge cannonball senton here from He-Man. He-Man up onto the top rope. This
Hopefully
is not.
it connects and Pooh doesn't roll away this time.
Oh, sitting out with a senton, all the weight onto the stomach of Pooh, and gets the pin.
Oh,
Just a 2 there.
another kick out.
This is a very tenacious Pooh. He might have to flush a second time, but I think he's going for the second. No, went for the power of Grayskull again, but unable to lift Pooh as he hits that double arm choke slam. And now I think he's trying to see a third Pooh surge connect this time, but once again, Winnie the Pooh too tired to manage to fall onto him. Gets the cover. Oh.
Come on, He-Man.
I think Winnie the Pooh burned too much daylight. Pulling himself up by the ropes, give him too much time to connect.
Dig deep, He-Man.
Went for the choke slam, but He-Man powered out of it and hit a big lariat, turning Winnie the Pooh inside out. What's he got left? What has he got left in him at this point? Oh, he's managed to hit it. The second power of Grayskull.
There's something about that, like no hands. Exceptional to watch.
And that was all she wrote.
No,
He-Man comes out victorious, slays the beast.
He looks injured a little bit.
Yeah, he's not in a good way at all. I mean, he took three of those Pooh surges and so much other offense. He's not in a good way.
Comes out.
Having to use the stairs to get his way out, but he fought a valiant fight.
What a hero. What an icon. Defeating another villain.
Slaying another beast. But I mean, Winnie the Pooh couldn't even move. Like he's obscured there by the menu, but
He's still laid out.
He didn't even move. He's still laid out there even now. He's typical. Like it's pure He-Man. He's won the war in the ring. They barely left to the confines of the ropes there, and that's it's pure He-Man. It's absolute pure He-Man.
Exceptional to watch. He makes it look so easy.
He does. He's another incredibly gifted wrestler, and I'm so happy that he's out from under the thumb of the Empire, because he's come on leaps and bounds since then. He's an entirely new wrestler. I only hope that what's left in store is only as good as what we saw today, because my what a match.
I want to see who he takes down next.
I mean,
I'm sure there are way more of them in the roster that deserve to be taken down a peg or two.
We've got quite the pantheon.
He's the guy to do it.
We've got quite the pantheon of foes here in Wrestling Is Silly, of course. He's already taken down Winnie the Pooh. He's already taken down he's already taken down Superman. He's already taken down Mr. M. I suppose we've got Satan. We've got Dr. Robotnik, maybe, but I would say
I think Satan would be interesting to watch.
I would say at the minute the most unslayable, the biggest bad we've got right now is Colonel Sanders.
But we love to hate him.
We didn't love to hate him until recently, though. He's gone on a bit of a turn. And it feels to me like the natural endpoint of this rise for He-Man is, and especially now that Colonel Sanders has got not only the belt but the briefcase, he's very untouchable right now. We need a hero.
We're holding on to a hero till the end of the night, and he's got to be fast, and he's got to be strong, and he's got to be fresh from the fight. And who else fits that description but He-Man? Indeed.
So like Hannah said in the chat, the loss to Harry really has broken Colonel Sanders and turned him into an ugly version of himself. So maybe he's on the hit list of He-Man. Maybe we'll see a double champ in He-Man yet.
We can but hope.
We can but hope. But turning our attention away from the men, we are into our double bill of women's division matches right now, as we have a women's tag team match for you. We have the first women's tag team match. The Gotham City Sirens are taking on the team of Cruella de Vil and Ursula. Obviously, two women that know each other very well from a storied history. Two iconic Disney villains for you, taking on the Gotham City Sirens. Which combination of the three sirens? They haven't told me. But Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, Catwoman. We'll see two of them today. Do you know anything about these two teams?
No, just be interesting to see. I don't think I've been here when we've had any women's teams. I think my bet is gotta be the classics. It's gotta be the classic villains. I think there's something about them. They exude like confidence, power. I'm prepared to be wrong again, but I've got to go with the Disney ladies.
I mean, I'm a fan of the Gotham City Sirens. I've been a fan of theirs for a long time. So my allegiance obviously lies with them, but I'm happy to see what all four women bring to this match. We've seen Poison Ivy and we've seen Ursula before, but Harley and Cruella de Vil, I believe this is our first outing with either of those. So I'm very excited to see what they bring to the table. Any last words before I go down to the ring?
Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's get ready to rumble.
The following contest is a tornado tag team match. On the way to the ring, the Hit Squad.
They both look so good.
I'm not surprised to see this combination of the Sirens out. These two have been particularly close to each other recently. Some have suggested they may be a couple.
Oh, I was gonna say, are they not, dating?
They are the Gotham City power couple that we all wish we could have. But they're probably the most in sync of the three. But I haven't seen them fight before. Not seen
Love
them.
that leather jacket.
It's a very powerful look, isn't it?
And their opponents, first from
Oh,
London, England, Emma the Devil.
big fan of that split tone hair. I'm just here for the fashion.
It's a bold look, isn't it? It's a very, very bold look.
Oh.
Our women's division can absolutely slay.
They can slay me any day. My God, they look like they could crush me, and I'd say thank you.
I mean, I got no comment to that. You've taken the stream places, and not bad
what I'm
bad
here
places. I mean, there
As
is
a woman who knows what she's worth, exactly.
and I think nothing exudes more confidence than these two women. Like,
Interesting that they chose to come out separately instead of together.
I mean, they're not as established as a team as the Sirens are, and I think they just both wanted their moments in the spotlight.
Interesting.
They're two very, very big characters, two very big egos, some might say, but maybe I think they just both wanted their moment in the spotlight.
Yells from the crowd of "Go get 'em!"
Go get him! One very, very big fan of Ursula in the chat, in the crowd.
It's me. It's gonna take their voices by snapping those necks.
Yeah, she's not going to make a deal with them. She's just going to crush their larynxes.
Exactly.
But are really, really soaking in the attention from the crowd. Big fans of Ursula in the crowd today. Not even like we're in a hometown or anything, because
She lives under the sea.
we can't breathe underwater.
Matt thinking the one person screaming is the same person who's always happy to see Winnie the Pooh as well.
Maybe it is.
God, these outfits from everyone.
Yeah,
They look so
everyone
good. This is a fashion
is slaying
show.
right now. Oh, Poison Ivy grabbing a handful of hair from Cruella de Vil. Ursula throwing Harley Quinn into the corner.
Just a huge slap across the face from Ursula there.
There is huge strikes being thrown all over the ring right now. Drop toe hold from Ursula and wrenching on the knee of Harley Quinn. Meanwhile, hard buckles left and right from Poison Ivy.
This feels almost more brutal than the men's earlier.
Oh, the women's division, I think because they're quite a new division at Wrestling is Silly. They think they've got a point to prove. Sunset powerbomb onto the outside from Harley Quinn. Speaking of having a point to prove. Oh, Poison Ivy rolling out of that knee strike. Oh, Ursula though taking down Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn coming back the Dragon Screw there, and the European uppercut taking down Cruella de Vil.
Jeez.
Flipping neckbreaker from Poison Ivy. Oh yeah, women's wrestling goes hard. Women's, well, like, if you guys in chat want to experience some incredible women's wrestling, like you see here, look up Stardom, Wondering Stardom. Some of the best wrestling, all women's. It's an all women's promotion. Incredible stuff.
If I am quiet up here in the commentary box, it's because I'm just taking in this.
You're just very much enjoying yourself.
mouth agape. If you could but see me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's you could drive a bus into that mouth right now.
Wouldn't recommend it.
No, don't taste very good.
Jesus.
Ooh, half and half suplex.
It's a very colourful ring.
Oh yeah,
That is correct.
Everyone's
yeah.
bought their A game in both fashion and in wrestling. Oh, Harley Quinn eating a flying forearm there from Cruella de Vil.
Oh.
And high kicks left and rights. Cruella, the Disney villains in full control right now. Oh, the split drop kick couldn't quite land. Oh, Rolling jawbreaker. Oh.
Ooh,
Rolling
that
drop kick.
miss there from Cruella.
Yeah, misplaced rolling dropkick there. Poison Ivy taking the opportunity to hit a snap suplex as Ursula takes a moment to recover and obviously giving her partner Harley Quinn some time to recover from the beatdown from Cruella DeVille. Oh, beautiful backflip kick there from Harley Quinn.
Oh.
The leg lariat takes her down.
The Disney women feel very much in control to me at the moment.
Right now, it is their match to lose, but discus lariat taking down Cruella DeVille, but a beastly suplex. Harley Quinn is in a bad position right now. I think she underestimated Ursula. Oh, snapdragon suplex to the bridge. Just a 1 count though, and Ursula coming in for revenge. Oh, toe hold. Oh,
Don't turn your back there, Ursula.
and the running penalty kick from Cruella DeVille, and now just kicking the fucking head in of Poison Ivy. Harley
As
Quinn.
we know, very technical term. Just
Yeah.
kicking the fucking head in.
Kick his fucking head in. I mean, if it's good enough for technical wizard Bryan Danielson, it's good enough for me.
Sure.
Harley Quinn almost able to get some momentum. Ooh, managing to flatline Ursula and getting the cover, but Cruella DeVille just hit that GTH just in time to break up the pin, and now Poison Ivy not on this planet. But the Tornado Hurricane Rana from Harley Quinn has taken Cruella out for a moment. It's now just between Ursula and Harley Quinn, and we know how this went last time.
It does feel a bit like Valerie is saying. Ivy does feel like she's keeping the Gotham City Sirens in.
Yeah. Ivy
She
has
is
been
holding the team.
Ivy has been
together
the MVP so far, but I think Harley Quinn, like a lot of wrestlers here, they just need a moment to get started, and now the beautiful rolling kick. I think I definitely caught Ursula by surprise. But again, the Disney ladies, they're on it right now. They are in synchronicity right now, more so than the Gotham City Sirens, which is impressive. But
considering they might be girlfriends.
indeed, but Harley struggling to take on both women at the same time. Ivy back up to her feet though. May be able to even the odds. Ooh!
Oh,
Cannonball of a drop kick taking Ivy down, and now Harley having to roll out to get back together. Drop toe hold, wrenching of that knee. This is the same move that took Waluigi out earlier in the night. Pamela able to roll over. Oh, once again the hip attack couldn't connect from Harley.
I am very impressed at the way most of them are fighting in heels.
Oh yeah, there's some very impressive heel work at play here.
The stilettos on Cruella and Harley are incredible.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm amazed they can stand in them, let alone fight in them.
Oh, and Ivy too.
Oh yeah,
Goodness
Ivy
gracious.
as well. Speaking of Ivy, the incredible pin that Ivy got Ursula in. I'm surprised that Ursula was able to break out from that one. Like all of her limbs were constricted.
Interesting to see her without her tentacles.
Indeed, but at the same time, Ivy without her vines, we did make
True.
sure to say no vines, no tentacles.
True. A good even playing field.
Indeed. Oh. And the feet are connected. The spinning tiara is taking Cruella down.
As Dead or Alive sing, she span her right round, baby, like a record, baby. Right round, round, round.
Thank you. And the
You're
cutter
welcome.
out of
I've been
nowhere.
trying to shoehorn that one in.
You've been waiting all show for that.
I have.
And the rolling kick. Harley and Ivy on top right now.
Ooh.
But I don't think they planned for this. Ooh, went for the drop toe hold, but Ursula managing to evade backwards. Ooh, and Ursula locking a very deep Jujikatami, but Ivy able to break it up. No vines, no tentacles. It's a family show, exactly. And now
It'll be
Ivy with the
interesting to see,
Jujikatami
though.
of her own, really wrenching back the arm of Cruella DeVille. Oh, Harley with the cover.
Is that a pin? Oh,
Just
okay,
a 2
good.
count, though. There's a surprisingly close fall, saying how in control Ursula has been up until now. Double moonsault! Ooh, taking a leaf out of your book there. Gets the cover. The dog quite liked
Some
that one.
excitement there
The
from our emotional support animal.
Yeah, the dog liked that one. But it could not secure the 3. The double moonsault was not enough. Oh, Corella coming about the flying forearm, though. Ivy able to hit the discus forearm and take her down. But Ursula's just up onto her feet to break it up. Just in time, but the super kick from Harley Quinn.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Corella looks like she's flagging the... Ooh, rolling cutter. Shades of the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes there from Harley Quinn. Not going for the cover, though. Probably quite wise, considering Ursula's on her feet. Oh.
Feels like the tides are turning a little bit.
Yep. Just about. Ooh, spinning DDT there from Harley Quinn. Yeah, it seems the Sirens have found their form. Oh, she went for that big Joker stomp, but it could not connect. Oh, rolling out of that back suplex, though. Ursula's trying to fight back, but she's on the back foot. I think it's his first time Disney ladies went on the back foot. And, oh, the tombstone lung blower. Ursula wisely making herself unable to be pinned by rolling out of the ring, letting Corella, the stronger woman, get that cover. Harley sliding over to the ropes, though. Intelligent moves. She saw where she was. She knew she didn't have to kick out. She could have grabbed the ropes.
Some break dancing going on in the ring just because.
It's mind games. It's getting in the head of your opponent. Make them think you're not taking it seriously, so they won't either. Oh, big back suplex. A bridging back suplex from Ursula. Uncharacteristically athletic moves, but the rolling kick connects. But fortunately, Corella...
For a moment, Cruella was not gonna...
Yeah, she snapped back to her senses in just enough time. Butterfly suplex attempt from Cruella, from Pamela, but Cruella able to roll out, and the standing moonsault right in the eyeline of Cruella.
It looks as though the Disney ladies are getting tired.
Yeah, a moonsault attempt, but Harley with the duck. Oh, stereo attack from the Gotham City Sirens, the suplex and the cutter, and now head scissors from Harley, and just not going for the submission. But meanwhile, the sharp scorpion deathlock from Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy, a surprisingly submission-based fighter. Oh. And Ursula turned inside out with the athleticism of Harley Quinn. I think the longer this match goes on, the more it favors the Gotham City Sirens. They're more athletic, they're more physically fit. Oh, the double moonsault connected, but she got the knees up for the running shooting star press. I think Harley flew too close to the sun there with that. She had it in the bag with the moonsault. I don't know why she tried the shooting star press. Should have just gone for the pin. Oh, snapmare. And the rolling kick again. Very educated feet of Harley Quinn. And once again. Oh, she went for the tornado, but Ursula knowingly stepped back. I think Ursula was going for the Jujikatami, but it could not connect. The rolling cutter, though. Oh, very, very wise move from Ursula. Just in the nick of time, rolling out of the ring. Couldn't get out of that tope, though. It looked like Harley Quinn's running on fumes a bit. So she wasn't at full speed, but it's still connected, and that's the main thing. Oh, no.
See, I thought it looked more like Cruella was the one running on fumes.
Yeah, and a lung blower like that is intent to get the last remaining fumes out of Cruella. So this is now, I think, a handicap match. This is 2-on-1. Because even if she can get back up to her feet, I don't think she's at full capacity. Oh, no. Ursula flatlined. Oh, beautiful leap there from Cruella. Incredible leap. That's like a 6-foot leap with that knee strike.
Maybe
we
were talking about how we thought she was out of energy.
Yeah, wrote her off too soon, clearly.
Yeah.
Ooh, and the fisherman suplex there from Poison Ivy. making sure Ursula is out for the count. The GTH connects from Cruella, though. Could this be it? Could the Disney villains
it be
get
it?
Ursula keeping control of Ivy.
Oh,
Harley able to kick out in the nick of
Damn.
time, though. Harley is really, really looking like she's running on fumes right now. And
it was great to
Cruella's-
see Ursula keeping.
Yeah, great
Ivy out
teamwork
there.
from those two. Another GTH connect. And once again, Ursula keeping Pamela. And again, Harley able to kick out. These women are tenacious. Chance of tag team wrestling from the crowd. They're loving it. We're loving it. And an Indian deathlock from Ursula, a lesser seen submission, but really wrenching at the legs of Harley. Couldn't quite get that kick out, though. They're both prepared for something, but they can't hear the
Don't
footsteps.
turn your back.
Can't hear the footsteps of Poison Ivy. Unfortunately, Cruella hits that third GTH. Ivy, come on.
Oh,
Harley once again able to kick out. That never say die attitude from those years of running. The no future kick. Oh, once again, the Joker stomp couldn't hit its target. Goes for the cutter, couldn't connect either. Harley is the pump
these are
kick
some
takes her out.
huge kicks to the face.
Yeah. This is an incredible match from these four competitors. All of them putting everything on the line. Oh. And the diving knee there from Ursula. Ivy is not looking good. Oh, beautiful takedown from Harley, though. Maybe the sirens aren't out just yet. Belly to belly takedown from Poison Ivy. Trying to make the most out of the time on the outside. Trying to take as much out of their opponents as they can. But Ivy thrown into the barricade. Oh, this does not look good for Ivy. Splayed onto that barricade. Front row getting a good view of the kick to the side of the head. Oh, belly to back takedown from Harley. Another little bit of
More breakdancing.
as Ivy gets her fucking head kicked in once again. And thrown back into the ring. I think Cruella's looking to end this. But before she does that, she's got to try and take down Harley. Oh, the suplex jawbreaker. Both women content on taking Harley out. Meanwhile, Ivy's got that time to recover. Oh, the big
like a
German
mistake
suplex. Takes.
Definitely feels like that was the mistake.
Yeah. We saw the same mistake with Cool Kids earlier in the night, but the Juju Katami is locked in. Ursula wrenching at the arm. Ooh, Ivy able to slip out of a maybe a loose grip. Hits the kitchen sink.
Staggering a little bit.
And reverses the German suplex. Is Ivy on Ivy on a comeback? Ooh, hits the cross arm breaker. Locks the Juju Katami in of her own. Oh, wrenching back the arm. Ursula not flinching, though. And
For another.
Yeah, going in. Oh, I think she's going for a label lock this time. And Ursula tapping out.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
That was a real war of attrition.
Someone tell Harley it's over.
Here are your winners, the Kick Squad.
What a match.
God, that was brutal.
An incredible comeback from Poison Ivy there. She from ducking the suplex attempt, the Juju Katami not working, so she targeted another body part, not instead but as well. That is some submission prowess. That is some technical know-how on show.
Goodness gracious.
Indeed.
The first women's match I've seen, and my God, that was brutal.
And that was a standard women's match. Our headline for tonight, if you thought that last match was brutal, this is going to be something else. Last week our headline was the first ever mixed tag match at Wrestling is Silly. We saw He-Man and Princess Peach taking on the New Donk's finest, Mr. M and Pauline. And we could all see in that match that Pauline and Peach have some unresolved issues. So, taking a drink of water for a dramatic pause. your headline for this evening. For the women's smiley case, Princess Peach versus Pauline in a no disqualifications extreme rules match.
Oh shit.
If you thought that last match was brutal, these women have 30 years of history, and it's all going to be on display for you right now. I think this could be one of the most brutal matches we've seen on Wrestling Is Silly. Like last week, they were all up in each other. The men were an afterthought in last week's match. So when given full reign to do whatever they like, this is going to be really something. Yeah, do you have any insight on these two competitors?
I haven't seen either of them wrestle before, but I'm excited to see what's going down.
It's going to be very personal. This is the blood feud.
Never mind red versus blue. It's pink versus red.
Yeah, this is going to be a big one. So I think there's been enough talk. I think it's time for the main event.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules match and is for the Money in the Bank contract. Making our way to the ring, representing the Gate Crushers from New York, Paul Ian.
I like the iridescence on her coat.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful coat. Only the best for the mayor of Udon City, you know.
Very shiny hat as well. Love it.
She's coordinated.
She is coordinated. Fashion in this in the women's has been so much better.
Some might say they're putting the men's division to shame.
I mean that someone would be me, and I would agree.
From the Queen City, the Princess.
Carrying that beautiful women's smiley case. The
Look at those abs.
golden briefcase, metaphorically and literally. Because it contains a contract for a title shot. And we've seen our women's world champion 2B is one hell of a contender. I don't blame Peach for not cashing in straight away.
Do you think they had to do rock paper scissors to decide who was carrying it out?
Oh well, Peach won the right to it. It is hers. She is putting it on the line tonight, but she won it in a ladder match a few weeks ago.
Oh,
A single strike taking Princess Peach down. Oh, and a split leg drop, injuring the early onset, injuring the thighs of Princess Peach. It's very intelligent because as you can probably tell from her outfit, she's very, very kick focused moveset is Princess Peach. Oh, Northern Light suplex from Pauline.
this has been one after the other there from Pauline.
Oh yeah, it's very, 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 very hot start from Pauline.
Oh,
But
I wonder if I
Peach-
bet on the wrong person.
Peach is maybe spoken too soon because Peach is breaking into a stride now with the lefts, the rights, the kicks. Freebirding the briefcase contract. Maybe that's something we should talk about. Maybe that's something we should think about. Because right now, of course, we have the two briefcases, the men's and the women's. But if we have more mixed tag teams, maybe they can share one. Ooh, flying forearm avoided by Princess Peach.
The way they go down feels so painful.
Oh yeah, they
Feel it through the screen.
they put their whole ass into every single move. So when they miss, they hit that ground hard. And as you know, that is not a cushioned mat. That is a hard mat to fall on. Oh, wrenching the arm down though. Pauline sliding to the outside, looking for some plunder.
What's she after under the apron?
A ladder.
Oh.
I mentioned recently the ladder match was how Peach won the briefcase in the first place. So maybe Pauline looking to take her out with one.
Interesting though that she went for it and then dropped it.
Just keeping it for later when there's a more opportune time. Because the Peach got back up to her feet. Oh, gut kick avoided. Huge forearm. And, clubbing blows to the back now. And pulling her down to the mat.
The ladder.
Oh yeah, it's all mind games. It's all psychology. Ooh, diving crossbody. Taking Peach all the way down with that. Oh, gut kick. And, powerbomb avoided into a very, very sharp back body drop. And I just mentioned how the ring is hard. The mats are even harder. Oh,
onto the apron.
not as hard as the apron.
Hardest part of the ring.
Hardest part of the ring. You know it well. And to collide face first onto it, that's gonna take it out of you. But Peach right back up to her feet. Oh, with the sleep and the leap. Ooh, Pauline charging through her offense though, and hitting a beautiful snap suplex. Yeah, it's not quite Chekhov's ladder because it's not been set up yet. And a sharp kneeling DDT. Pauline going for an early pin.
Oh.
Just a 1 count though. Peach not going down that easy. Ooh.
Big roundhouse. Was it a roundhouse kick?
It was a roundhouse kick. Well done. Well identified.
I'm picking it up.
Shouldn't have doubted yourself. Peach though not set back by it. Right back in the action. Oh, suplex jawbreaker there. And bringing Pauline back up to her feet. Just a flatliner once again. Gets the cover. Pauline kicking out at 2 though. It's getting ever closer already. Peach now going to the ring. What's she bringing out? She has got a table. Pauline though able to kick it out of her hand before she can do anything terrible with it. And hitting a knee to the face. Pauline bouncing back up with that beautiful wrist control though. And now just booting Peach around. Oh! And stomping on the face there. Peach not deterred though. Throwing Pauline back into the ring and returning back to the ape. Maybe she, I think she was just moving the table out of the way so she could get the sledgehammer. Oh, right into the gut of Pauline. Pauline, no stranger to hammers. Mr. M, of course, using the hammer to rescue Pauline all those years ago and now feeling the wrong end of it. Oh, left and rights from Princess Peach, knocking Pauline into the corner and returning to the sledgehammer. Oh, right in the gut. 2 more blows. Oh, and the flying forearm once again doesn't quite connect. Oh, and the ripcord, just a ripcord stomp to the face. Pulling her over to the ropes now. What's she got in store now? Oh, this does not look good. Oh, springboards off into a bulldog.
Oh.
The torque off that rope really amplifying the attack. Pauline down but not out just yet. A very, very near fall. Peach not looking very happy. Chance to fight forever from the crowd. She goes back to the hammer, but Pauline rolling out in the nick of time. Going up for something, but all she sees is a right hand to the jaw.
Fist.
And the big kick there. Gets the cover. Again, very, very close. Pauline with the strategic exit. Once again, Peach going for the hammer. Oh, into the spine that time.
Oh, I felt that one.
I think we all felt that. And then targeting the leg.
On the leg.
Oh, and the gut once again. She is really getting the most use out of that hammer. Oh, and I think that one was shoulder that time. Pauline is... Oh. Flying clothesline finally made her drop it, but Pauline is not in a good decision right now. Yeah, I think Pauline came out too hot, and Peach has managed to capitalize on her managing to not pace herself. But she's up for the neck breaker now. Pauline not letting Peach recover for a second. Ooh, big
I mean,
spine
you
buster.
You
Narrowly
wouldn't
avoiding
want
that
her to
hammer.
recover, would you? Because she's going to go for that hammer.
Yeah. Pauline finally realizing best way to stop your opponent from getting the hammer is to grab it yourself. Managed a
Yeah.
few shots, but they were only glancing blows. Peach able to get back up to her feet. And now, oh, that shoulder connecting with both of those barricades. And now, oh, into Spanish commentary. Everybody take a drink. Oh, just stomps to the gut now. And elbow across the throat that time. Pauline's out for blood, I think. I think this was personal before, but Pauline, after feeling that hammer, she knows she's got to go 110%. Oh, back. Both competitors up to her feet, but Peach,
Being dragged.
yeah. And
I
now
always
Pauline
feel like
returning fire with a springboard bulldog of her own.
I was going to say, I always feel like having your hair up in a ponytail is slightly more dangerous.
But it's out the way though, isn't it? It's not going to get caught in the ropes.
But it could get grabbed.
True.
Oh, what's Pauline going for?
A kendo stick this time. These women are finding everything they can under the ropes. Princess Peach going for something. A chair.
Chair.
Oh, this
Give
does not
her
look
the
good for
chair.
either. Oh, the kendo stick was quicker though. And 2, 3 shots to the head with that
Oh.
kendo stick. Could that be enough to keep Peach down? No.
I thought it was a snooker cue.
No, a kendo stick. She's been hanging around with Matt from the Springfield Sports Center for too long. Playing a little bit too much Wii Sports Resort. Kendo stick across the stomach now. Peach able to make a drop it, but not enough to stop her momentum. Super kick connects. Could this be it for Princess Peach? No.
Oh, the
Princess.
upset there on Pauline.
Yeah, she did not look too best pleased about that. And once again, grabbing at the hair, but Peach one step ahead this time, elbowing her way out of it and able to. I don't think she's quite recovered from those blows to the head, but the Pele kick connects, and running super
Another
kick
round.
this time. Could this be it? No.
This has felt so close.
Yeah. These two, neither one's ever gonna give up until I don't know what's happening. Oh, Peach setting up the chair in the corner now. I don't know what she's got planned, but Pauline with the Northern Light suplex might be able to cut off that plan.
Oh,
Again with the kendo stick across the stomach. Ooh.
oh,
Big pump kick though, able to get that kendo stick out of her grasp. And now,
interested to see what this chair in the corner
Yeah.
is for.
again, maybe it's just mind games. Maybe it's just setting up for later, because there's more Pele kicks like that, and she won't need to use it. Jawbreaker once again, getting her straight back
Getting
up,
her up again.
not letting her recover at all. These two women aren't interested in a fair match. This is punishment for both sides. No, the knee
Well-
strike could not land.
I mean, it's no holds barred, no disqualifications.
Yeah, that it is, and they're taking full advantage of that.
They are.
Oh, Princess Peach up in the ropes now. Pauline, another springboard bulldog. Oh, and I think Peach's face collided with that kendo stick there just for a little extra added insult to injury. Pin.
Oh,
And that is it. Pauline is your winner.
damn.
The savage
Wow.
display on show.
And Miss Money in the Bank,
Pauline, she couldn't win last week, but she came out with the victory this week. And this week was the important one because she came out with that all-important briefcase.
She learnt from her mistakes last week
She did.
to find victory this week.
And
Good lord.
what a show. What a main event. What a show. That was
was-
incredible.
That was brutal. It did feel like we were watching a murder.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very, very impressed that Pauline could come back from that, from all of those blows with the sledgehammer, and just the educated feet of Princess Peach. But she was more tenacious. But then she's got what, 25 years of resentment built up, and it all just came out there.
She walks away with the smiley case as well.
She does. She walks away with a chance to fight 2B for the title whenever she wishes. And like Matt said in the chat, I hope 2B was watching, because if that is the caliber of contenders that have now got the smiley case, she better be prepared, because I don't think Pauline's gonna dial it back.
Oh, absolutely not. I think she's probably got a taste for it now.
I think you're definitely right. That does unfortunately bring us to the end of Wrestling is Silly for this week. Rue, thank you for joining me on this episode. Always a pleasure to have you, and what an episode to join me in. I think they tried hard to impress you this week.
Oh, well, you know, it's been a while since I was here, but it was fantastic. Thank you for having me. It was, seeing those women was inspiring, actually. They were incredible. Oh yeah, the women's division of Wrestling is Silly never disappoints. They always give it 110%. As we reach the end of the show, do you have anything to plug? Just my Twitch. You can follow me on Twitch. I stream on Thursdays and Sundays from 6:30 p.m. British Standard Time. I love to play silly little games and be bad at them. So if you've enjoyed me here, you might enjoy me over there. I think you will definitely enjoy Rue over there. Like I said, the special, like, I feel like we bring a similar brand of chaos to our streams. If you like what I do, you'll like what Rue does. Different coloured. Exactly, it's the same chaos in a different color. A smaller, slightly more condensed. I'm a lot shorter. Yeah, a more condensed, but just as chaotic. Could you repeat that recommendation for an all-women promotion to look up? Wonder Ring Stardom. It is a Japanese promotion of all women wrestlers, and it is some of the hardest hitting wrestling in the world. And also the New Japan Strong Women's title, the match between Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné was one hell of a women's match. If you want some real life women's wrestling, look at those. Those are very good. I think we're going to end the show as we always do with a nice raid. And our good friend Dev from Tin Can Audio is streaming, so we're going to go say hello to them. Love a bit of Tin Can Audio. So I will do my plugs now before I send you all away. Go follow me on Twitter at Queer Buccaneer. Go to the Discord if you want to just join the community. If you want to, like, these storylines are booked on what the people that you like. If you want to tell me who you like, do it in the Discord. That's where I can see it. You can also we have a great community there. We do some other cool stuff. And go to nerdyqueer.com, buy our gay little pins. They're very good. I have one. I have a little trans Splatoon pin that I wear to work all the time. Quality's fantastic. See that beauty? See that recommendation? Can't go wrong with that. And so like I said, we're going to raid into Tin Can Audio. If all you do is drop the raid message and run away, please just do that. But until next time, Buccaneer, Buckafar, wherever the buck you are, I hope you're having a fantastic rest of your day. I will see you in the next stream, and love you. Bye. And we